Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined back by the one and only psychic Raquel.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing fabulous today. Welcome to almost summer.
Do we have good energy here in June? Is this supposed to be a month of good energy?
I feel like June is about transformation and change. As first off, we're changing seasons. We're going into something incredibly new. It's a little anxieting right now because I feel like so many people are changing so much that there's a lot of daunting energy going around. But I feel like if everyone remains focused and stays present on what they're doing today, tomorrow will come. But so many people are planning so many things right now that I feel like everyone's exhausted with anxiety. We're just tired. So let's just take a minute, take a breath and it's going to be fine. This month is supposed to be transformative. It's a transition, it's a change. And I feel like there's going to be so much energy that's going to radiate positive movement, especially coming through July and August. Yes, we are going to come into another retrograde, but I don't feel like it's going to be as foul as the one we've had earlier this year. So let's just go ahead and stay in the present moment. Let's not prepare for it. Let's just, you know, sometimes we gotta, what does it turn into the curve? Just let it happen.
My whole goal in life is to just live in the present moment. Like, I am never going to be that person that's careless and I'm so in the present that, like, I don't plan for tomorrow. It's really just the opposite. I plan for 10 years from now. I'm planning for 30 years from now. So I have really gotten better as I've gotten older to just stay in the moment, David. Just, right? Because otherwise it's anxiety. You're like, all these things you worry about don't actually happen.
Yeah, and excitement and anxiety, I feel like we talked about this before, they run on the same energetic plane. So it's just a slight variable. Am I excited about it or am I anxious about it? And if we actually just like say, you know what, it doesn't matter because we have it planned, now let's just go ahead and enjoy now. Because if we're constantly planning for what we're going to do tomorrow when we're on vacation, we're not enjoying the vacation. And you know what, honestly, life is going to be need to be treated like a vacation some days. And we need to make sure that we prioritize a day that is like a vacation. We always look forward to the spa days or these days or this day. What about just life days? We just live. It's not easy, but if we can focus a day where we just are present, then we just look forward to the next present day. So instead of planning for the next present day, because I feel like now we're just like playing on stuff, we just kind of focus on one day. And then we get excited about an idea of being able to do it again. I think that's what it is. Let's get excited about being present. Let's
I am excited about being present because I'm here with you.
Yay.
Now, let's talk about these two individuals and what we're seeing for them. Their names are Todd and Julie Chrisley. Now, we could
Mhm.
take them separate, we could do it together. Before I give you too many facts, I mean, they are public figures. You might have heard about some stuff about them recently.
Mhm. Not too much recently. I have seen like just like promos for their shows here and there when I drive through Calabasas or something like that. But then they kind of like fell off the radar. But the energy I get from them is not, I'd say, the most positive impact type people. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're very, it's like a cubic zirconium. Beautiful to look at, can pass off as gold, but it's fake. I feel like there's so many different layers to both of them, and I feel like we have to kind of look at them together because they are a partnership. I don't feel like one does well without the other, and they're in it together. So that's one thing I will say about them is they're like, we're in this together. Um, do they trust each other? Not at all. Not at all. I feel like they're both packed and ready to, in a way, roll on each other if they need to. But the thing is, though, is they don't, how do I say this? They don't evolve, they adapt.
What do you
Okay.
mean by that? I
It
mean,
means that when you just adapt to something, there's something different about adapting. You're like, okay, so evolving is understanding that what you can do better and make that transition. Adapting is that I don't like cantaloupe, but cantaloupe's the only food available here. I'm just going to grin and bear it till something new comes on. I'm not changing my palate. I'm not growing in it. I'm just eating what I have until something better comes on. So it's always like they adapt. They move, but they move in a certain way of it feels like it looks like grace, but there's like so much orchestrated in the background. And I do feel like a lot of it has to do with greed. I feel like almost like hidden money, almost like Scrooge McDuck type feeling here, where it's like hidden behind a vault, and we're just like, how do we, let's beautiful smile, put a good face forward. But then I feel like so much anxiety in their group because it's not just the two of them this affects, it affects others around them too as well. And I don't feel like there's been any type of remorse for any problematic things they've done. They are just trying to take what they've been given, which I feel like is almost like a clean slate, which makes me very anxious because that doesn't facilitate progress with them. Some people, clean slate is everything. For them, it's just a way for them to dive upward. You know what I mean? Like it's like climbing. I don't like to talk bad about anything, but this feels like almost like ritualistic. Like I'm just like, all I get from them is like anxious. They don't trust anybody, but they know what they want. They're partnered together because I feel like they are very like-minded individuals, you know? Um, and I also feel like they also don't mind staring at themselves when they pass a mirror. They're very, it's a lot of vanity. What's up here? Because there's a lot of money involved, but there's also like a huge thing where I feel like something just happened where a lot of people are upset about it. Like I'd say like 90% of people would be upset about it if you ask them on the street. 2% doesn't give a crap. And then the other 8% are just like adoring people who just like adore them. It's almost cult-like. Does that make sense? It's
That
weird.
makes sense. It's really weird because I did a show on this myself the other day. I'll tell you what's going on with them. And
Yeah.
like, I really, like, I don't know. I'm one of these people who I do, even though maybe I don't live in the present, I take each situation for like the present. So, like, okay, look, if you're my family or you're in my inner circle, I will always be loyal to you. Fine. But short of that, based on these reality TV people, I could have a problem with you one day and love you the next. What has happened is I've talked about this, and so I find that people's stance on this with them is actually turning political, and it to me has nothing to do with politics. I'm kind of shocked. So they were basically found guilty in the past. You say a lot of money. They were found guilty of conspiracy to defraud community banks. They were found guilty of defrauding the IRS and of tax evasion. So they were each, Todd and Julie, married. They have children. They were sentenced to jail. They were in jail. Todd got 12 years. Julie got 7 years. They have now served 2.5 years each, and they were pardoned by President Trump. Now, I understand how now maybe that's political. To me, it doesn't, whatever the reason is, like I take it as face value, right? Like, so people I find that are thrilled with them are pro-Trump, and people that are against this pardon are anti-Trump. I never really saw it that way. I just saw it as two reality TV stars that are being pardoned. Yes, they are huge Trump supporters. I didn't make this political. It's not political for me. But I just think to answer that, based on if you go on the street and who's in favor of it versus not, based on the comments I've gotten, it's like based on your political affiliations, which I'm like, I have never thought of